In this video, I want to show you how we can use the calculator to find the sine, the cos and the tan of an angle. Before I go on any further, I want you to know the following fact. Every angle that's possible, measured in degrees, has its own sine ratio, its own cosine ratio, and its own tan ratio that does not change. So for example, the angle of 30 degrees has its own ratio for sine, it's got its own ratio for cosine, and it's got its own ratio for tan. Before calculators were invented or were as good as they are now, these ratios for every single angle were written out in the maths tables to 4 decimal places, and students were required to look up the angle on a table and then look for the 4 decimal long number for sine or cosine or tan. And it was quite painstaking. It took a long time to do, a bit more time to do this. You guys are very lucky though, because all the ratios are stored in the memory of your calculator. So all you have to do is, for example, if I go to the first example here, if I want to find out the sine ratio of 72 degrees, sine of 72 degrees, I just have to make sure my calculator is on degree mode. And how you see if your calculator is on degree mode is, it should have a little D up on the top of your screen here. Normally when it's at factory settings, it is in degree mode. If you ever find there's no D there, you have to go shift mode and hit number 3. So I'll do it again. You press the shift button, and this button here is the mode button. And then a menu comes up and you hit number 3. If your calculator is ever doing anything weird, you can go shift 9, number 9, that clears the memory, and you want to clear all, 3, reset all, equals is yes, and then AC, and this restores the factory settings, and it's on degrees. Now look how easy this is. If I want to find the sine of 72 degrees, I just press the sine button first, and then type in 72. I can close the bracket if I want, and then I press equals. And up comes this number, and you'll notice that the digits go on, right? What I want you guys to do, unless the question asks you to write it to 1 or 2 decimal places, I want you to get into the habit of giving 4 decimal places. So I'm going to write this one. This answer is 0.951. 0.9511, because this 0 here, the 5 here makes it round up, so 9511. Going to another example here, cos of 23 degrees. So I want to get the cos of 23, so I press the cos button, here it is, cos button. I type in 23, close the bracket and press equals. And again, you got lots of decimals. I'm going to write it correct to 4 decimal places, so 0.9205. 0.9205. That's it, that's my answer. If the question asks you to get tan 45, well, let's have a look. Clear the calculator, press the tan button, 45, close my bracket, press equals, and 1 comes up. So I don't need to write decimal places there, it's 1. The next question, and let's put a few of them here. Sine 30 is next. Look how easy this is. I go sine 30, close bracket, make sure it's typed in correctly, press equals. And a half comes up. If I want it in decimals, I press the SD button, 0.5. Cos 30, let's do cos 30. So you just press cos 30, close bracket, equals, and root 3 over 2 comes up, which is surd form. If you want decimals, you can leave it as root 3 over 2, but if you want decimals, you press SD, 0.8660. 0.8660 to 4 decimal places. Tan 60, you just go tan 60, close bracket, press equals, root 3 comes up, I want it in decimals, 1.7321. 1.7321, correct to 4 decimal places. Sine 90, so I go sine 90, close bracket, equals 1. Now, these ones here have decimals in them, no big deals. 33.5 degrees means 33.5 degrees. How do I get the tan of 33.5 degrees? Very simple. You press tan, 33.5, close the bracket, press equals. It's as simple as that. So we got 0.6619. Okay, next one, last one, sine of 27.35. So I go sine 27.35, close bracket, press equals, and up comes 0.4594. And there you have it. That's how easy it is. Now, sometimes, however, this is just in degrees. You'll notice all these were in degrees. Okay, these had decimals in them, but they're still degrees. Sometimes in ordinary level maths at Leaving Cert, we use what's called degrees and minutes. Degrees are sometimes chopped up into smaller little parts called minutes, not to be confused with time minutes. These are called arc minutes. And there's 60 arc minutes in 1 degree. So if you could imagine breaking 1 degree, which is a very small angle, by the way, look at 1 degree on a protractor. But if you could imagine breaking 1 degree into 60 equal little bits, each of those little bits would be called an arc minute. Don't get too worried about this. You'll know it's called degrees and minutes if they have something like 30 degrees with a 15 or something with a little apostrophe. And this means degrees and the apostrophe means minutes. So this really means find a sine of 30 degrees in 15 minutes. Let me show you how you enter this into the calculator. The first thing to do is you press sine and you press 30 degrees. But what you do next is there's a little button here, and it's just if you go above 8 to ENG and above that, can you see this button here? It's got like commas and things like that. If you press that, you'll notice that a degree symbol came up on my screen. And then what we do is we type in the number of minutes, which is 15, look, 15, and we press that button again, and another degree symbol comes up. Don't worry about that. And then close your bracket, and then press equals. And up comes your answer, 0.5038. 0.5038, correct to 4 decimal places. If we do the next one, cos 72 degrees, 30 minutes. Cos 72 degrees, so I hit the degree button, this degrees, and 30 minutes. Press it again, close the bracket, press equals, and up comes 0.3007. 0.3007. And one last one, tan of 15 degrees 45, and I would encourage you to pause the video and try it yourself, or go back over these even if you've seen them and see if you can get the same answer on your calculator. So we go tan 15, hit the degree button, here it is, and then 45, and then press that button again for minutes, close bracket and press equals, and the answer is 0.2820. Before I finish this video, I just want to show you if you wanted to enter in degrees and minutes on their own without a sign or something. If suppose I want to put 30 degrees and 15 minutes into my calculator. Well, I clear my calculator and I go 30, press the special button I told you about, then press 15 minutes and press equals. And you'll notice here, look, 30 degrees, 15 minutes, 0 seconds. Because minutes can be broken into 60 seconds as well. So 30 degrees in 15 minutes. And if you press the SD button, it changes it back to normal. That's 30.25 degrees, or 30.25 degrees. 30.25, because there's 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour, so it's like 0.25. Don't worry too much about it. The main thing is look at this video a few times and make sure that you can type sine 30 degrees 15 in and press equals and get the right answer, and the previous page as well.